The little girl whispered, "I need to hug you," to a homeless alien crying alone in the rain. Rain fell hard over District 12, the poorest corner of New Terra. The night was dark, the streets empty, and neon signs flickered like weak, dying stars. Water rushed through broken drains, and the cold wind pushed trash across the wet road. No one walked here unless they had no choice. People feared this place, and the things living in it. In a narrow alley, an alien woman sat alone against a cracked wall. Her name was Ryla, a Zephyri woman who once belonged to a proud and graceful species. But tonight she looked nothing like that. Her silver-blue skin was pale with exhaustion. Her dark hair stuck to her face from rain. Her clothes were torn and dirty. She hugged her knees tightly, shaking as tears mixed with the falling rain. She had lost her home. She had lost her clan. She had even lost her child. Now she had lost hope, too. Nobody looked at her anymore. Nobody cared. Ryla closed her eyes, wishing she could disappear with the rain. Maybe the world has no place for me anymore, she thought painfully. Then she heard something. Soft footsteps, very small footsteps. She opened her eyes slowly. A little human girl stood at the entrance of the alley. Ryla stared at her in confusion. Children were never allowed alone in District 12. It was too dangerous, yet this girl stood there, soaked from head to toe, holding a small, flickering umbrella. She looked around 8 years old, with brown hair dripping rainwater and big, innocent eyes filled with worry. The girl took a step forward. Ryla panicked. "No, stay back," she whispered. Her voice was tired and shaky. "Child, you should not be here." But the girl didn't leave. Instead, she came closer. "Are you crying?" the little girl asked. Her voice was soft, full of concern. Ryla quickly looked away. "Go, please. See, it is dangerous for you." "No," the girl said quietly. Ryla turned her head sharply. "What?" "No," the girl repeated, her voice stronger this time. "I won't go." Ryla felt confused, even alarmed. Why wasn't the child afraid of her? Most humans avoided Zephyri, calling them monsters, troublemakers, or problems for the city. But this girl, she stepped closer again, and now she was only a few feet away. The little girl reached out her small hand and touched Ryla's cold arm. "You're shaking," the girl whispered. "You're sad. That's why I came." Ryla swallowed hard. "Little one, you don't know what I am." "I know you're cold," the girl replied softly, "and crying. That is enough." Ryla stared at her. Nobody had spoken to her with kindness in years. Nobody had dared to come close to her. She was too dangerous, too strange, too unwanted. "What is your name?" Ryla asked. "Luna," the girl said with a shy smile. "And why?" Ryla whispered. "Did you walk into this dark place? Why did you come to me?" Luna looked down for a moment, then back up at her with innocent honesty. "Because," Luna said, lowering her umbrella, "I think I need to hug you." Ryla froze. A hug? Her? A homeless alien woman crying in the rain? She shook her head weakly. "No, child, you don't understand. You should not." But Luna stepped forward and wrapped her small arms around Ryla's shoulders. Warmth. Gentle warmth. Something Ryla thought she would never feel again. Ryla inhaled sharply. Her eyes widened. Then, slowly, painfully, Tears began falling harder than the rain. Luna held her tightly, not caring about the wet clothes or cold skin. Ryla wanted to pull away, but she couldn't. Something inside her chest cracked open, something long forgotten, something like hope. "It's okay," Luna whispered softly. "You can cry if you want to." Ryla did cry. For the first time "On years," she cried openly, without hiding her face. Tears rolled down her cheeks and onto Luna's small shoulder. The alley felt less dark. The rain felt less cold. After a moment, Luna pulled back slightly and looked at her with serious eyes. "Do you live here?" she asked. Ryla nodded slowly. "Are you alone?" Another nod. Luna bit her lip, looking sad for her. Then she reached out and held Ryla's hand tightly. "You don't have to be anymore," Luna whispered. Before Ryla could speak, a loud, harsh voice yelled from the street, "Luna, where are you?" Ryla's entire body tensed. Multiple footsteps, heavy boots, men's voices. Luna's face turned pale with fear. Ryla pulled the child behind her instinctively. "Who are they?" she whispered. Luna grabbed Ryla's arm, shaking. "Please, don't let them find me." Ryla's heart thudded hard. Why would grown men chase a little girl at night? Why was she running alone through the rain? What were they planning to do to her? The footsteps came closer, louder, faster. Ryla held Luna protectively. The danger was getting near. And Ryla suddenly realized this child didn't just need a hug. She needed protection. She needed her. Ryla took a deep breath and whispered the only calm line she could manage. "Stay behind me, little one." The shadows moved. The men reached the alley, and the night was about to change forever. The rain became heavier as the footsteps grew louder. Ryla kept Luna behind her, her tired body tense like a broken shield trying to protect something precious. She had no strength, no food in her stomach, no weapons, only an instinct she thought she had lost long ago. The shadows stretched, and 3 men stepped into the alley. They wore dark jackets with glowing security patches, faces half covered, and each carried a small scanning device that flashed red when pointed at Luna's umbrella lying on the wet ground. "There!" one of them shouted. "She dropped her signal tag. She's close." Luna trembled. Her small fingers dug into Ryla's arm. Ryla's breath tightened. She could feel Luna's fear like a painful pulse. Zephyri were empathic by nature, and right now she felt the child's terror as if it were her own. The tallest man stepped forward and finally noticed them. Him, the leader. He pointed directly at Luna behind Ryla. "There she is," he said coldly. "The runaway." Ryla stepped sideways, blocking Luna even more. "She is a child," she said firmly. "Why are you hunting her?" "Hunting?" The man laughed, stepping closer. "No, alien. She belongs to us." Ryla's eyes narrowed. Children do not belong to anyone. But the man ignored her words. He clicked his wrist device, and Luna's image appeared on a hologram, a younger photo, her face marked with scanning codes. Asset number 47, Emotional Response Study Unit, Strict Containment. Ryla felt her stomach twist. "You experiment on children?" she whispered. "She is not a normal child," another man said sharply. "She's dangerous. She keeps breaking emotional control tests. She is unstable." Luna shook her head urgently. "I didn't do anything wrong," she whispered to Ryla. "I didn't hurt anyone." "She ran away again," the leader continued. "This time, she won't be forgiven." Ryla stepped forward, anger rising for the first time in years. She is scared. She needs help, not fear. Move aside, the man ordered. We don't negotiate with Zephyri trash. The insult hit Ryla like a blade. For a moment she felt small, weak, the same as she had felt since losing everything. But Luna squeezed her hand, desperately, silently. And something changed. Ryla stood straighter. No, she said. Her voice was quiet, but unshakable. You will not take her. The men exchanged a look. Fine, the leader said with a cruel smile. If you won't step aside willingly, he raised his stun baton. We will move you by force. He lunged. Luna screamed. Without thinking, Ryla lifted her arm and swung it in front of herself. A faint blue glow pulsed under her skin, something she had not felt in years. A Zephyri defense reflex. A burst of sonic pressure shot outward, not loud, not bright, just a sharp, invisible wave. The men staggered back instantly, gasping and clutching their heads. What? What was that? One shouted. She's a Zephyri, a real one, another yelled. Ryla fell to her knees, panting. The ability drained her completely. Her vision blurred. Her heartbeat raced. She had not used any Zephyri energy since her clan died. Luna bent down beside her. Are you okay? She whispered, placing her tiny hands on Ryla's shoulders. I am fine, Ryla lied. The men quickly recovered. That ability is illegal in the city, the leader snapped. You're coming with us too now. Two of them stepped toward Ryla. One aimed his stun gun at Luna. Ryla's heart nearly stopped. Luna shrank behind her, terrified. No! Ryla forced herself up, shaking but determined. Leave her alone. But her legs gave out again. She collapsed. Luna rushed in front of her, spreading her arms to protect Ryla. A tiny child facing armed adults. Don't touch her, Luna cried. The leader smirked. Move, kid. You don't understand what she is. Luna shook her head fiercely. I do. She's good, and she's brave. She's a threat, the man hissed. So am I, Luna whispered. The men paused. Ryla, half-conscious, blinked. Luna? The air around Luna shimmered faintly. A soft glow pulsed at her fingertips, just for a second, like a tiny spark trying to be born. The men noticed. There it is, one shouted. Her hybrid trait. Grab her now before it grows. Hybrid. The word hit Ryla with full force. Hybrid meant only one thing. Luna was not fully human. She was something else, something rare, something dangerous, something precious. Ryla pushed herself to her feet again, using the wall for support. If Luna truly was a hybrid, Ryla felt an even stronger pull to protect her. The leader lifted his stun gun. Enough! Take them both! Ryla grabbed Luna's hand, her voice sharp. Run! Luna didn't hesitate. The two of them sprinted down the alley as the men chased them. Rain splashed against their feet. The street lamps flickered dangerously. The men shouted, fired stun pulses, and blocked escape paths. Ryla was exhausted. Luna was terrified. Behind them, the men closed in. Ahead of them was only darkness. Ryla's lungs burned. She could barely breathe, but she held Luna's hand tightly and kept running. We need to hide, Ryla gasped. Where? Luna cried. Ryla pointed at a broken metal grate on the ground, an entrance to old underground tunnels. There! Luna nodded, and together they pulled the grate open. A bright stun pulse hit the wall beside them. inches away. Luna screamed. Ryla pushed her downward into the tunnel. "Go, now!" Luna climbed in. Ryla followed. The men reached them. Two hands grabbed Ryla's ankle. "Got her!" Ryla kicked weakly. She had no strength left. Luna reached up, grabbed Ryla's hand with both of hers, and yelled, "Please don't take her, please!" Ryla felt Luna's fear like a burning wave. Something deep inside her awakened again. A second Zephyri surge burst outward, stronger than before. The man's grip broke. Ryla dropped fully into the tunnel. The grate slammed shut. Darkness swallowed them. But the danger was not over, because in that darkness, something else was waiting. The tunnel swallowed them like a giant mouth. Cold air rushed around Ryla and Luna as they slid down the narrow metal shaft, dropping into deep darkness. Their feet hit the wet ground with a splash. Above them, the metal grate shook violently as the men tried to force it open. "Find another entrance," the leader shouted. "They're still in the tunnels. Move!" Then the voices faded. Silence filled the air. Ryla leaned against the damp wall, her breathing rough and painful. Her legs trembled. She could barely stand. Luna held onto her hand tightly, her small body shaking. "Ryla, are you hurt?" Luna whispered. Ryla shook her head, though it wasn't true. Her entire body ached. Her Zephyri energy was nearly gone, but she forced herself to stay alert. "No, little one. I am all right." A faint drip, drip, drip echoed through the tunnel. Water fell from old pipes. The air smelled of metal, dust, and forgotten years. The tunnel stretched endlessly into darkness. Luna looked around with wide eyes. "Where are we?" Ryla placed a hand on the wall. "Old city tunnels," she said slowly. "Long ago, trains used to run here." "Is anyone down here?" Luna asked. Ryla hesitated. "Sometimes, but most avoid these tunnels." "Why?" Ryla met her eyes. "Because not everything down here is friendly." Luna swallowed hard. Ryla knelt in front of her. "Stay close to me. Do not let go of my hand. Do you understand?" Luna nodded quickly and grabbed her hand with both of hers. They began walking. The darkness pressed around them like a thick blanket. Their footsteps echoed soft but lonely. Sometimes water dripped. Sometimes a distant groan of metal rang through the tunnel. Luna's breathing was shaky. Her feet splashed quietly through puddles. "Ryla," she asked softly, "why did those men call me a hybrid? What does it mean?" Ryla stopped. The question pierced her heart. "How long have you been in that facility?" she asked. "Since I was a baby," Luna whispered. "They told me I was special, but not in a good way. They said I feel too much. I cry too fast. I care too quickly. They said it's a defect." Ryla closed her eyes. "It is not a defect. Zephyri feel emotions strongly. It is our nature." "But I'm human," Luna said. "Aren't I?" Ryla looked at her closely, really looked. The glow she saw earlier, the empathy, the instinctive connection, it all made sense. "Luna," she whispered, "you might not be fully human." Luna's eyes widened. "Then what am I?" Ryla placed her hand over Luna's cheek. "Part Zephyri." Luna blinked, confused. "Like you?" "Yes," Ryla said softly. "But how?" Luna asked, voice trembling. Ryla's heart tightened. She didn't know the full truth, but she had enough pieces. "Your mother was human," she explained. "But your father must have been Zephyri." Luna looked down. "They never told me anything about him." Ryla felt anger simmer. The facility kept this child locked away, studied her like an object, and never told her the truth of her own existence. "You are not a mistake," Ryla said. "Not a defect. You are something rare and beautiful." Luna stepped forward and hugged Ryla again. Ryla froze for a moment, then hugged her back gently. But their moment didn't last. A sound echoed from deeper in the tunnel, a low scraping noise. Both froze. "What? What was that?" Luna whispered. Ryla didn't answer. She listened. The sound came again. A dragging, scraping noise like claws on stone. Not human. Luna grabbed Ryla's hand. "Ryla, something is down here." Ryla nodded slowly. "Yes, and it is coming closer." A cold breeze swept through the tunnel, carrying a strange smell, like old bones and mold. Ryla stepped in front of Luna, shielding her. Then, in the darkness ahead, two faint green lights appeared. Eyes. Something was watching them. Luna whispered, Is it one of the hunters?" "No," Ryla said in a low voice. "This is something else." The green eyes blinked, and then a deep, rumbling growl shook the tunnel. Luna's heart pounded. "Ryla, I'm scared." "I know," Ryla whispered, "but stay close." The creature stepped forward into the weak light. A massive, mutated beast, once an old maintenance robot, now twisted by years of decay and broken programming. Its metal limbs scraped the ground. Its back was covered in sharp, rusted plates. One of its eyes flickered, the other glowed bright green. It scanned Ryla and Luna with a low, mechanical hum. "Identify trespassers," the machine growled. Luna hid behind Ryla. "It's gonna hurt us." Ryla stood firm, even though her legs shook. "No, I won't let it." The machine roared again and stomped forward. Luna screamed. Ryla knew she had no Zephyri strength left. No powers, no weapons, nothing but her body. But she stepped forward anyway. "Run!" Ryla shouted at Luna. "No!" Luna cried. "I'm not leaving you!" But before Ryla could argue, something unbelievable happened. The same faint glow around Luna's fingers returned. Brighter this time, stronger, like a small flame breaking through darkness. The robot sensed it. "Hybrid energy detected," it said. Luna stared at her hands in shock. "Ryla, what's happening to me?" Ryla's voice shook. "Your Zephyri side is waking up." The creature took another step. Luna took a shaky breath. And the glow spread. Stronger, brighter, faster. The air around them started to vibrate. Ryla stared in shock. Luna was going to unleash something powerful. But would it save them, or destroy the tunnel around them? The tunnel shook with the creature's heavy steps. Water dripped faster from the pipes, falling like cold tears as tension filled the air. Ryla held Luna close, but the bright glow around Luna's small hands spread across her arms like soft, golden fire. Luna stared at her hands, terrified. "Ryla, I don't know how to stop it." Ryla placed her hands gently over Luna's glowing ones. "Do not be afraid. Breathe. I am here." But the robot monster didn't care about fear or comfort. Its metal legs slammed forward. Target locked. Hybrid level. Threat. A sharp mechanical blade extended from its limb. Luna gasped. Ryla pushed Luna behind her and stepped forward again, even though her body shook from exhaustion. "Stay back," Ryla shouted at the creature. The machine scanned her. Zephyri energy. Low. Threat. Minimal. Ryla knew it was right. She had nothing left to fight with. Her abilities were drained. Her body was weak. but she refused to move aside. "You want her," Ryla whispered fiercely. "You will have to go through me." The robot raised its blade, and the glowing around Luna flared. "No!" Luna screamed. Her voice echoed like a bell underwater. A shockwave exploded outward from her tiny frame, not violent, not sharp, but powerful, like a pulse of pure emotion. The air rippled. Dust lifted from the ground. The robot froze mid-swing as if something invisible wrapped around it. Ryla stared in disbelief. "Luna, you—" But before Luna could understand what happened, her knees buckled. She gasped and clutched her chest. The creature recovered quickly. Hybrid energy, temporary discharge, resuming attack. The blade rose again. Ryla pulled Luna behind a broken support pillar and whispered urgently, "You must not force the power. It will hurt you." "I didn't mean to," Luna cried softly. "It just happened." The robot scanned the area again. Trespass. Iris detected. Escape impossible. Its footsteps echoed closer. Ryla's eyes darted around the tunnel. There had to be another escape path. A crack in the wall, a hidden passage, anything. Then she saw it. A small maintenance door, half rusted, partly open. She grabbed Luna's hand. "Come, quickly." They sprinted toward the door just as the robot charged. Ryla shoved Luna through the gap first, then slipped inside. The robot's blade slashed across the metal frame, missing Ryla by inches. Sparks filled the air. The creature roared in frustration and began ramming the wall. The maintenance tunnel inside was narrower, darker, and colder. Cobweb-like wires hung from above. Old tools lay scattered. The air smelled like forgotten chemicals. Luna clung to Ryla's hand. "Is it coming?" Ryla pressed her ear to the wall. Boom! The robot slammed the other side of the wall. Boom! Dust fell from the ceiling. "Yes," Ryla whispered, pulling Luna deeper inside. "It will not stop." They moved quickly, their footsteps splashing in shallow water. After several turns, they reached an old service room, broken lights, scattered crates, a dusty control screen. Here, Ryla finally stopped. She leaned against the wall and slid down, gasping for breath. Her chest rose and fell quickly. She was barely holding on. Luna sat beside her, eyes full of worry. "You're hurt." Ryla shook her head, but Luna gently touched her arm. "You are. I can feel it." Ryla blinked. "Feel it." Luna nodded slowly. "Inside me I can sense things, emotions, fears, pain." She placed her hand on Ryla's chest. "You're tired. You're scared. But you're also trying to protect me." Ryla's eyes softened. Luna wasn't just part Zephyri. Her empathic sense was stronger than most full-blooded Zephyri. "You are special, Luna," Ryla whispered. "Very special." Luna looked down. "If I'm special, then why did they keep me locked up? Why did they say I was dangerous?" Ryla chose her words carefully. "Because people fear what they do not understand." Luna's eyes filled with tears. "I don't want to hurt anyone." "You won't," Ryla said firmly. "Not if you learn to control your power." Luna swallowed. "Can you teach me?" Ryla's heart tightened. "I do not know if I can. I am not strong anymore." "But you protected me," Luna said softly, "even when you were weak." Ryla closed her eyes. "Even when I was broken, I still protected her." Before she could answer, the wall suddenly bent inward. The robot was forcing its way through. A long crack split the concrete. Breaking barrier. Targets close. Luna gasped. It's coming. Ryla quickly stood, pulling Luna to her feet. Stay behind me. But you can't fight. It does not matter. I will not let anything take you. The robot punched through the wall. Dust exploded into the room. Its glowing eye swept across the darkness, locking onto them. Trespassers found. Ryla braced herself. The creature lifted its blade, but then something unexpected happened. A faint, distant sound echoed through the tunnel behind the robot. Voices. Human voices. Heavy boots. Ryla's blood ran cold. The agents. They had found another entrance. The robot turned its head toward the noise. The agents shouted, "There! It broke through! That means the girl is close! Move!" The robot's eye flashed red. "Two threats detect." D. Priority. Hybrid child. Ryla realized something terrifying. Luna wasn't trapped by one danger anymore. Now she was trapped between two. The hunters closing in, and the creature blocking the only exit. Ryla held Luna tightly. The walls trembled. The footsteps got closer, and the robot raised its blade again. Luna whispered shakily, "Ryla, what do we do?" The service room shook as two dangers closed in from opposite sides. In front of Ryla and Luna, the robot's glowing blade scraped the floor, cutting a glowing line across the concrete. Behind them, the hunter's boots echoed louder, angrier, closer. Luna held Ryla's arm tightly. "We're trapped," she whispered. Ryla scanned the room quickly. No doors, no windows, only broken crates, old tools, rusted metal, and shadows. She stepped slightly in front of Luna. "I will distract the robot," she whispered. "When it moves, you run." "No!" Luna shook her head violently. "I'm not leaving you." "You must live," Ryla said softly. "Even if I do not." Luna's face crumpled. "Don't say that." The robot lunged forward suddenly. "Terminate hybrid." Ryla grabbed a rusted metal bar and swung it at the robot. The bar bent instantly with a metallic crack. The robot didn't even flinch. Weapon ineffective. It raised the blade to strike. Luna screamed, "Stop!" That single word burst with emotion, not loud, but powerful. The air trembled. For a split second the robot's movements slowed, as if caught in an invisible grip. But only for a moment. Then it broke free. Hybrid energy detected, risk level increasing. The hunters yelled from the other side, "She's close! Move in! Don't damage the child! She's too valuable!" Valuable. Weapon. Asset. All words Luna had heard her whole life. Ryla saw the pain in the child's eyes, pain she understood too well. The robot advanced again. Ryla stepped in front of Luna, ready to take the blow, but suddenly a soft humming sound filled the room. Not from the robot, not from the hunters, from the old control screen on the wall. The screen flickered once, twice. Then a weak voice came through the speaker. "Luna?" Ryla froze. Luna's breath caught. That voice. A woman's voice, broken, static-filled, but gentle. "My little star, if you ever find this recording, it means they kept you alive." The robot paused, scanning the sound. Ryla quickly pulled Luna toward the screen. The old message continued. "Your father was Zephyri. He loved you before he ever saw you. They took him away because he refused to let them use you." Luna's eyes filled with tears. "My father?" Ryla felt her heart tighten. This message, hidden deep underground, was the truth Luna was never meant to hear. The voice continued, weak but warm. You are half human, half Zafari, both strong, both full of feeling. Your emotions are not a flaw. They are your power. Luna covered her mouth, sobbing quietly. Ryla placed a hand on her back gently. The mother's voice grew softer, fading. If you feel scared, find someone kind, someone who feels like home. They will protect you, the same way we wanted to. Then the recording ended with a final whisper. We love you, Luna. Silence. Luna broke down crying. I didn't know. I didn't know they loved me. They did, Ryla whispered. Very much. The moment was pure and painful, but it didn't last. The wall behind them exploded inward. Hunters poured through the opening, lights shining, weapons raised. There they are, the leader shouted. Take the girl, subdue the alien. Luna screamed and grabbed Ryla's hand, but the robot also reactivated, stepping forward aggressively. Hybrid must be captured. 2 threats, both closing in, now just feet away. Ryla held Luna tightly. She had no energy left. There was no escape, no path out. Then Luna whispered something small, but powerful. Ryla, I feel something. Ryla knelt down quickly. What do you feel? Luna placed her hand on her own chest. My heart. It hurts, but also, it feels full, like it wants to burst. Ryla swallowed. That is your Zafari side. Your power grows with your Isesao motions. Luna trembled. I don't know how to control it. Ryla cupped her face gently. Then let me help you. How? Luna whispered. Ryla looked deep into her eyes. Do you trust me? Luna nodded without hesitation. Always. Ryla leaned her forehead against Luna's. Then listen to me. Close your eyes. Luna obeyed. Ryla held Luna's hands in hers. Breathe with me. Slowly. Both took a breath. Feel your heart, Ryla whispered. Feel the fear, and let it move. Luna's fingers glowed faintly. Now, Ryla whispered, feel something stronger. Think of someone you want to protect. Luna's breathing steadied. Ryla continued softly, who do you want to keep safe? Luna opened her eyes and whispered, you. With that single word, the air cracked like lightning. A shock wave burst outward from Luna, stronger than anything before. The hunters stumbled backward, dropping their weapons. The robot slammed into the wall, sparks bursting from its joints. The entire room shook. Luna stood glowing, her hair lifting slightly as if caught in a warm wind. Ryla shielded her eyes, stunned. Luna, what have you done? The hunters screamed. She's fully awakened. Stop her before she... A second pulse exploded, even stronger. The lights shattered, metal bent. The tunnel trembled violently. Luna gasped, overwhelmed. Ryla, I can't. Stop it! Ryla rushed forward and wrapped her arms around her tightly. I've got you, she whispered. Let it flow, but don't let it break you. Behind them, the robot reactivated one last time, dragging itself from the rubble. Eliminate hybrid, but Luna's glow flared again, brighter, wilder, more powerful. The machine staggered. The hunters backed away in terror. And Ryla realized Luna was no longer the one in danger. Everyone else was. The underground room shook as Luna's energy flared like a storm trapped inside a child's small body. Sparks danced through the air, The robot staggered, arms flailing, its metal joints screeching under the pressure. The hunters shouted and stumbled backward, shielding their faces from the bright glow. Ryla held Luna tightly. "Breathe, Luna. Don't let the power control you." Luna trembled violently. "I'm trying, but it feels too big." The robot suddenly lunged forward one last time. "Tear, my, Nate, hi, be, rid!" Its voice crackled, its blade raised, its steps heavy. "Luna!" Ryla shouted, pushing the child behind her. But Luna grabbed Ryla's wrist and pulled her close. "Don't leave me!" The machine swung, Luna cried out, and a burst of energy exploded from her chest. A shockwave slammed into the robot, ripping its metal apart like paper. The creature flew backward, crashing into the wall so hard the entire tunnel shook. Its glowing eye flickered, then went dark. Silence followed, a heavy silence, broken only by Luna's sobs. "I didn't mean to hurt anyone," she whispered, shaking. Ryla knelt in front of her, holding both of Luna's hands. "Listen to me. You did what you had to do. You survived. That is not wrong." Luna looked at her with teary eyes. "But it felt like something inside me broke open." Ryla stroked her cheek gently. "Then we will learn to close it again." But their quiet moment ended when heavy boots echoed from the doorway. The hunters regrouped, weapons lifted, flashlights aimed. The leader stepped forward, fury in his eyes. "That's enough," he shouted. "The experiment has gone too far. We are ending this." 2 hunters aimed shock rifles at Ryla, 2 aimed at Luna. Luna grabbed Ryla's hand again. "I don't want to go with them. Please, please don't let them take me." Ryla felt something burning inside her chest, stronger than rag, deeper than fear, a protective instinct, the same instinct she once felt for her own lost child. Ryla stood slowly, pulling Luna behind her. Her body was weak, but her eyes burned with determination. "She is not your experiment," Ryla said. "She is a child. She is a hybrid weapon," the leader snapped. "And she belongs to the Federation. Get out of our way." "No," Ryla said. The leader raised his gun. "Move, or die." Before he could fire, a low rumbling echoed through the tunnel, not from behind, not from above, from everywhere. Dust fell from the ceiling, pipes trembled, the walls cracked. "What is happening?" one hunter shouted. Ryla pulled Luna close. "Luna's power, the tunnel cannot handle it." Luna hugged Ryla tightly, crying. "I don't want to break anything." "You are not breaking it," Ryla whispered. "Your body is overwhelmed. You need calm and safety." "But there is no safe place," Luna sobbed. Ryla pressed her forehead to Luna's. "There will be, I swear." A loud snapping sound echoed behind the hunters. Everyone turned. A section of the tunnel collapsed, creating a massive hole, and beyond it, a long corridor leading deeper underground. The leader cursed. "They're not getting away again." He pointed his gun at Luna. But Ryla moved faster than she had in years. She slammed her shoulder into the leader, knocking him off balance. He fell backward, hitting the floor hard. The other hunters fired. Luna screamed. Ryla shielded her with her body, but a Zafari instinct inside her chest flickered again. A small protective barrier formed around them, weak, transparent, trembling, but enough to deflect one shock blast. Ryla gasped. I can still do it." The hunters stared in shock. "How is she activating that ability? She should be drained." The leader wiped blood from his mouth. "Kill the alien. Keep the child, Lun." Clung to Ryla. "Please don't leave me." "I won't," Ryla whispered. The hunters advanced again. Ryla grabbed Luna's hand and ran toward the collapsed tunnel. The leader shouted, "Stop them! Now!" Weapons fired. Concrete crumbled. The whole tunnel shook violently. Ryla and Luna slipped into the new corridor, a narrow, ancient passage filled with old pipes and flickering emergency lights. They ran, their breaths quick, their footsteps splashing through deep puddles. Behind them, the hunters followed. "Faster, Luna," Ryla urged. "I'm trying." They turned a corner, only to find a dead end. Broken pipes, heavy rubble, no exit. The hunters' footsteps grew louder. Ryla pulled Luna into her arms and pressed her against the wall. She held her tightly, feeling the hunters close in. "It's over," the leader said, stepping into the corridor. "You can't run anymore. Give me the child." Luna hid her face in Ryla's chest, shaking violently. Ryla whispered in her ear, "I will not let them take you. Not alive." Luna cried harder. "But you'll die." Ryla held her tighter. "Then I will die protecting you." The leader raised his gun. "Enough speeches." Luna's glow flickered again. The leader shouted, "Don't let her activate. Shoot the alien." The hunters pointed their rifles. Ryla closed her eyes, pulling Luna under her arms. "Stay with me," she whispered. "Whatever happens." Luna sobbed, shaking. "I'm scared." "I know," Ryla whispered, "but you are not alone." The leader's finger tightened on the trigger. Then, a booming voice echoed down the tunnel. "Stand down. She is not yours." Everyone froze. A tall shadow stepped out of the darkness at the far end of the corridor. Broad shoulders, long hair, eyes glowing faint blue. Not human, not a hunter. Something else entirely. Ryla's heart stopped. She recognized that glow. Only one kind of being had eyes like that. A full-blood Zephyri. But all Zephyri in the city were believed dead. So who was this stranger? And why did he come now? The corridor fell silent as the tall figure stepped out of the shadows. His eyes glowed a soft blue, unmistakably Zephyri. His movements were calm, but his presence filled the entire tunnel like a rising storm. The hunters froze. Their weapons trembled in their hands. Ryla stared at him, breath caught in her throat. She had not seen another Zephyri in years. She thought her entire people were gone. The man stepped closer, his gaze fixed on the hunters. "I said," he repeated, voice deep and steady, "stand down." The leader aimed his gun at the newcomer. "Who are you?" The Zephyri man didn't answer. Instead, he raised one hand slightly. A sharp pulse of air burst forward, controlled, precise, slamming into the hunters and knocking them back several steps. The leader's eyes widened. You're alive? I thought the Zephyri clan was wiped out." The man's expression didn't change. "You should not have touched the child." Luna peeked from behind Ryla's arm, her eyes wide. Ryla gently stroked her hair. "It's okay. I think he is not here to hurt us." The hunters regrouped. One whispered, terrified, "Sir, that's impossible. Only a high-ranking Zephyri can release pulses with that kind of focus." The leader clenched his jaw. "Doesn't matter. Kill him, then grab the child." Before they could fire, the Zephyri man stepped fully between Ryla, Luna, and the hunters. He spoke without turning his head. "Ryla, of the Southern Circle." Ryla's eyes widened. You know me?" He nodded once. "I knew your clan. I knew your mate." Ryla felt her chest tighten painfully. Memories of the past, of the life she lost, flooded her mind. "My mate. He died years ago." The man's voice softened. "He fought to protect something precious." Ryla frowned. What? The man slowly turned his head toward Luna, not with suspicion, not with fear, but with recognition. Luna whispered, Why are you looking at me like that? The man knelt down, lowering himself to eye level with her. His eyes glowed even brighter. You look like him, he whispered gently. Like your father. Ryla gasped. No, it cannot be. Your father was not a prisoner, the man continued softly. He escaped. He survived. And he left behind a message for our people. Luna's breath hitched. My father survived? The hunters looked shaken. One muttered, She was his daughter? That makes her a direct Zephyri heir, the leader hissed. Then he raised his gun again. She's even more valuable than we thought. Take them both. He fired. Everything happened in one breath. The Zephyri man swept his hand sideways. A shimmering shield formed instantly, the bullet striking it and dissolving into harmless dust. Ryla's eyes widened. He still holds full Zephyri power. The man rose to his full height, his voice echoing through the tunnel like thunder. You hunted a child. You tortured her. You treated her like a tool. He pointed at the hunters. For this, you answer to me. The hunters panicked and fired repeatedly, but each shot dissolved against the Zephyri shield. He moved forward slowly, with the calm of a storm. With one final pulse, the air cracked, and every hunter was thrown backward, crashing into the rubble, weapons shattering. The leader struggled to stand, gasping. You don't understand. She's dangerous. The Zephyri man stepped toward him. She is a child. A weapon, the leader shouted. A heart, the man corrected. The leader trembled, unable to rise. He knew the fight was lost. The Zephyri man stepped back and returned to Ryla and Luna. Ryla held Luna protectively, unsure what would happen next. The man knelt again. Luna looked up at him with big, fearful eyes. Are you here to take me away too? The man shook his head. No, little one. I came because your father asked me to find you, if you ever awakened. Ryla froze. He knew? Yes, the man replied softly. Your father knew one day your emotions would unlock your power. He knew the world would fear you. So he gave us one last request. He placed a gentle hand over Luna's glowing fingers. Protect my daughter. Luna broke down crying and threw her arms around the man's neck. I thought they hated me. I thought nobody wanted me. The man hugged her back, gentle but strong. Your father loved you. Your mother loved you. And now, you have more family. Luna lifted her teary eyes. Ryla looked away, fighting her own emotions. But Luna rushed toward her next, diving into her arms and hugging tightly. Ryla, Luna whispered, voice shaking. You feel like home too. Ryla's heart cracked. She slowly wrapped her arms around Luna, pulling her close. And you feel like the child I lost. The Zephyri man stood. The hunters will wake soon. We must leave. There is a place where they cannot follow. A safe community of Zephyri survivors. Ryla looked up. You want us to come with you? The man nodded. Luna is one of us. And you? Ryla, you are not done. Your strength is not gone. It has been waiting. Luna grabbed Ryla's hand. Can we go together? Ryla looked at Luna. Small, scared, powerful, precious. Yes, she whispered, pulling her into a gentle embrace. We stay together. The Zephyri man smiled. Then follow me. As they left the broken tunnel behind, Luna whispered, Ryla, do you think I can ever learn to control my powers? Ryla squeezed her hand. With time, little one, and with love. Luna whispered back. And hugs? Ryla smiled softly. Especially hugs. And together, a broken woman, a powerful child, and a lone Zephyri guardian, they walked toward a future where fear no longer ruled their lives. But a question lingered for the world watching their story. What will Luna become? A healer, a protector, or something the galaxy has never seen before?